All right. Here we go. How is everybody doing today? Sorry about that. The daughter really got me today. How's everybody doing? How are we enjoying the market so far? I know SPY is pulling back a little bit. Not my favorite price action to see, actually. Another pullback like yesterday in the cards, maybe? I don't know. I'm looking for a lot of chop. Not that I'm necessarily looking at a huge pullback, but I do expect some chop out there. Market is chopping. Big FOMC meeting coming up tomorrow. 2 p.m. Eastern time is the decision. Powell speaks at 2:30. We all know how that goes. Good morning, Brain, Cheesy, Johnny, Outlaw, as always. Definitely better today. What's up, KO, David, DJ, Pew Pew, Joe Papa, I love YouTube, Rick. I almost forgot about it, Outlaw. I woke up today and was just like, oh. Almighty J, Ramirez. Yeah, tomorrow we will have the interest rate decision and Jerome Powell's speech live right here. We'll go live at like 1:45 p.m. Eastern. Daniel, good afternoon from the UK. Good afternoon. I used to play a lot of video games with UK guys. SLV's moving, Ramirez says. Silver, there we go. 53.60, boom. That is on fire. Is it a new high? Not quite, not quite. The high is up around 53.80, but very close. It'll probably test it today, if not break it. That is a good move with SLV. Really? I mean, SPY looks boring. Silver's where the button seems to be. Let's see our watch list today. CVS moving up a little bit. Nice pop from early on in pre-market. I wonder what happened there. Seems like some news hit. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. They said expects profit growth in full year 2026. They boost full year 25 guidance. Wow. Not bad for CVS. If we look at CVS zoomed out, they're not too bad here in the short term. They're starting to come back pretty well. They have been in this weird consolidation phase, but it seems like they're starting to maybe break out of it. Everything all good with the audio today? I know yesterday it was giving us some problems. IWM had a good push on the first 5 minutes. Crisp. That's what we like. Good push. First 5 minutes. Yeah, it did. Wow. Like straight to the upside. Really good push. How's Tessie? Okay. We like it, Tesla. We like it. XLE. Looking at energy. A split occurred. Oh. Okay. You've already said that. All right, fine. We'll adjust our drawings, I guess. Interesting with XLE, 2 for 1. How's Zom, Oxy? Zom looks pretty fire today. It's a nice candle by Zom at open. Wow. All right. You were holding XLE in your Roth for a bit. Didn't do a whole lot. Now that you sold it, it's going to. You know how it goes. Why did it split? Seemed like just a normal split. Maybe to try to increase... There's a few reasons why you'd want to split. The biggest one, I would say, is making sure that, you know, you want to... Not making sure, but these companies, they would much rather have a lower price, right? If you have a lower price, it might have more volume come into it, more trading activity, keeping the volume better, like XLE, for example. Now, it's not a company, XLE, but when I say company, I mean the people who run the ETF. Yeah, they want to be cheap. Exactly. Yeah. They want to be cheap without truly being cheap, right? Few ways to do that. Yeah, spend money to make money, right? Kind of true. True in just about everything, isn't it? Up 110% on APO calls. Apollo. 140. Okay. So it's only up 1.6%, but very, very consistent here on the chart. Follow me for more ways to tell your wife you're bankrupt. What? What's your thoughts on Avgo calls? They have earnings coming up. You don't mean to trade through the earnings, do you? I hope not. Sorry about that. I just crushed a Gatorade. After earnings. Oh. It seems pretty fire heading into the earnings, honestly. We could see a good move. After the earnings. You know, looking at it right now, it's up right around all-time highs, of course. One of the bigger tech stocks out there, continuing to move. In the short term, trying to pop up today. They had a little gap down around 402, 402.30. See if it can try to fill that. Not too confident on it. Seems like it's having trouble around $400 here. If the big thing with earnings, like you said, after, is it going to continue, right? If it does have a good pop with earnings, even the next day, like, is it going to keep going? That's the $1 million question, right? You could take a stab, but just realize that there's going to be a lot of back and forth price action there. You know, there's going to be some moves that happen that might be more strange, right? Because of the earnings. Let's go look at the last one. Where is it? Oh, I wasn't on the hourly. There we go. So here's like their last earnings. Note how they ran up in after hours. They ran up in pre-market. But when the market actually opened, they died. See, that's the kicker, right? You'll probably get pushed out of calls if you try to get in after a big jump like that. But you can kind of tell, right, that maybe it was a good buy the dip opportunity as it consolidated and started to rise the next few days. You know, if you would have bought it somewhere around the low here, you could have done well the next morning as it popped a little bit. That's what I would look to do. I don't think I would look to just buy the call. I mean, again, everyone has a different strategy in their mind. You know, there's 1,000 ways you could go at it, but that's the way I would look at it. Probably not with how extended it is. Yeah. That's part of the problem, too. It's just hard to sustain that. All right, Tessie. Getting some little action here. 442 coming up. Brain says, just wondering about that sell wall at 20 for WVE. They say, I'm not asking for much, just another 160% day. Holy crap. Let's see if there is a sell wall or not. Let's see WVE. Looks like there was a lot of sellers there, but I mean, now there is again like 12,000 and then even $20 and like 15 cents, 19,000. X-ray vision for the market. You're right. Good little X-ray vision going on. That's what we like. $16.50. 123,000 shares stacked up there as a buy wall. Wow. It's kind of a weird buy wall to see. It's pretty far away too. Not super far, I guess, considering how much this one has moved. But still, 16.50. Let's see. It does appear to be a pretty good support on the chart, too. Couple bounces there. Jack Black says the chop is real. Yes, it is. Everybody really wants to see what's going on tomorrow. Come on, JP, help us out. Good old Jerome. You've seen 102 hodl support. What stock was that, Martin? Yeah, Steve, jobs data is coming out in 15 minutes. We are going to get JOLTS job openings data. This could be pretty big. Zom today is looking good so far. Yeah, it is. People were looking at XLE earlier today, and I switched over to Zom and was pretty pleasantly surprised. It was pretty wild. Jobs will be brutal. I'm wondering, that's going to be a big deal. If they are brutal, it'll be something that you want to look at as far as rate cuts go. We'll probably see the rate cut probabilities jump up. Let's refresh it today. What are we looking like on the Fed Watch tool? .2%, which is a pretty good percentage, really. Really not bad. Pretty high percentage, only a 10.8% chance of a pause. Things could be up in the air, but I feel like we'll go towards pause here. Or, sorry, towards hike. Towards cut. I know, I'm playing with you guys. Yeah, literally cut. I figured after I messed up the first one, I might as well make it really bad. No. Definitely towards rate cuts, guys. Rate cuts. Zom, 119.60. Really good move today. 3.2% for an oil stock. Pretty damn good. Traeger's cooking again today. Sitting at 76 cents. You still bullish on SMR? For the most part, yeah. For the most part. Not necessarily today, but still off of the support, yeah. For now. Until the support proves to give out. And the trend line breaks. There'll always be a little consolidation on the way up. QQQ pulling back 0.2%. Nothing crazy there. SPY up 0.06%. What a big move. I'm kidding, by the way. But the 1 minute chart does look pretty decent from open. It is more up than down, but a lot of chop. Not a very strong upwards move, that's for sure. I would think NVIDIA shipping their H200 chips to China would be huge news. I know. It really was. It was huge news. It got NVIDIA really pumping in the middle of the day yesterday, and then even in after hours, it was on fire as Trump kind of confirmed it on Truth Social, but damn, it pulled back. Pulled all the way back. Pretty wild to say. I would have thought that would have helped a lot more as well. You gotta love the market, right? Jolt to 9 minutes. Whoa, APLD is popping pretty good. Pretty good move by APLD today. Applied Digital's crushing it. All the carry on AI companies would benefit too. China might not want our garbage chips. What? We're not talking about Frito-Lays, Sharpie. How dare you, Sharpie?
How dare you?
SNDK moves so much, Ghost says. SanDisk. 4.47%. It does have a lot of big moves. Look at the average percent rise and fall for it. The average percent rise over the past year is 4.09%. The average fall is 2.52. That's pretty big data. Oh, man, sorry guys. Doritos only. What kind of big chip makers do we have in China, like Huawei? I'm sure there's plenty more. Nvidia is suffering to the Burry effect. Don't say that. Man, really good yesterday, though, in the close of after hours even. I mean, it was up quite a bit. Really laggy today? Interesting. It shouldn't be too laggy. Maybe it's your internet today. I haven't gotten any notifications, but who knows? Who knows? QQQ. 621 even touching. A-Lab. Been a while since I've seen that one. Oh, okay. 0.5 seconds. I got you. ALAB. What a weird move. Down 5.9, 5.8%. Again, another stock that has crazy average moves. Its average percent rise is 3.18%. The average percent fall is 3.01%. Go to like a daily chart of A-Lab. Wow, I like the way it's starting to consolidate. Look at how it broke out of this downtrend too. This downtrend was pretty consistent, and it's starting to really break it. It's not bad. More Threads Technology. Hey, that's my dad. He runs that. Same last name. Yeah, it's a pretty popular one, though, I must say. Sometimes people will be like, there's 10 Tom Moores in our system. And I'm like, oh, well, that's good. Yeah, I don't know, Jake. Probably a combination of both of ours, honestly. Yeah, he is. His middle name is Threads as well. APO to the moon, Mr. Pancake says. No. Wow, no kidding. 3.2%. Yeah, thing is straight to the upside. Very minor pullback mixed in. Very, very nice. Brain says getting cooked today. I'm going to be making some Gordon Ramsay short ribs today. It's going to be fun. WVE, valuations mean nothing. Not in the ultra short term, they don't. My gosh. Jolts data in 3 minutes. Come on, let's get some market action going. Let's get some movement here. I know the SPY's been moving up since open here, but it could be better, right? We are hitting my next resistance, essentially, 684.50, 684.60. This was a big level from the past few trading days. Couple really good touches there. Is there a live to Jolts? The best thing to do is to go to tradingeconomics.com. Filter it by country. Click clear and then select United States, OPEC, and then come back. Let's see, save. Now, see how this has the bars moving? It will actually update pretty much in real time for us, so we'll get it pretty quick. Should be any moment now, actually. Let's see. Yeah, about 45 seconds. No time at all, but the suspense is there. Will it push the Feds more towards rate cuts? I think it could. That's the thing, Sammy Ray. You would think so. The market can react in weird ways, though.
It's time!
There we go. Here it goes. All right. Give it to us. That's not what we wanted. SPY not moving too much yet. Not seeing it updated yet either. There it goes. 3.128 million on the job quits. Previously 3.091. Ooh. 7.65 million. Versus 7.2 million estimates on job openings there. Let's see how SPY reacts. A little bit over the estimate. There she is. SPY not doing anything. Initially, the job openings came in 7.658 million over the consensus and the forecast, higher than previously stated as well. Nothing too crazy here. The Tangy Man. Good morning. How's Kali coming along? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Like, will we see a shift there? Guess we'll see on Kalshi. BTC moved instantly. Hey, there we go, Spy. There we go. Now we're starting to move. I think it took a second for traders to catch on, maybe. Very nice pump, though. There we go, Spy. 685 coming up. Meta's moving. Nice little comeback there. Let's look at Mag 7 here. Tesla pointing up. Up above 444 here on that data. Microsoft looks solid. Nvidia is the one that looks more negative today, with Apple and Meta as well. All three kind of fell. Meta's trying to come back right now, though. They're down the worst. Coin is moving nicely. Good jump by Coinbase. Why the pop, Coconut says? Really? Because I believe that data that came out with the jolts is more of a bullish sign, because what it does is it puts the Federal Reserve in a good place where they're like, okay, hey, the jobs market still, it hasn't gotten any better, right? There's no real data suggesting that it's really getting that much better. And I think that that's a good sign. It puts them well in line for rate cuts. That's ultimately, I think, why we're seeing that pop. Again, though, I would say the overall reaction has not been the best. It's been kind of slow. We got one good candle 2 minutes after the data came out. That was a 10% drop. I no longer need coffee. How's BTC doing? Like they said, Bitcoin did react right away on the data. Had a pretty decent pop there too. MU broke 250. Ooh, barely. Right on resistance here. This is a big level for MU. So far, it hasn't really broken it yet. Not by too much anyways. See a good confirmation above it would be nice. Uh-oh, coconut senses pump and dump. Let's run a little poll really fast. Excuse me. All right, 3 options here for you. Will SPY move above 685 today ahead of the FOMC tomorrow or fall below 682.60? Get your votes in. Or will it just chop around? We have our low of pre-market there, 682.60. What's up, Ryan? Still can't believe I lost fantasy by like less than a point. Or 1 point or something. Mr. Pancake said, do you love us all equally, Tom, or do you have favorites? I'll let you decide that. Let's go, Pew Pew. That's awesome. It was your #1 watched on your YouTube Rewind. Love to hear that. That's cool. It was sick to see that YouTube Rewind come out this year. I don't remember that coming out in years past. Ha, equally, yep. Is Costco entering buy the dip territory? Yes. I said that if they've been in buy the dip territory for a while now. The problem is that you have to really be okay with dollar cost averaging in. If the support does happen to give out, you know, you could see a pretty big pullback there. Ryan says, close one. You have to win or just don't get outscored by Hunter this week. I know, that'll be the big one, right? Yeah, Cost does have earnings this week. That'll be a big one for it. You got to be very careful with it as far as short-term trades go with those earnings. If the earnings are if they go south, they could easily break through support, so keep that in mind. Lord of War 2 in Belgium. Never heard of it. Sounds like a pretty good one, though. Tesla really attempting to move higher today, but they just touched resistance. Again, with today being one of those days where I feel like things are going to be choppy, it's kind of rough. I really haven't. I'm looking it up right now. Nope. Never heard of it. I normally like those types of things, though, so I'm surprised I haven't. Oh no, that's who we traded Griner for? Oh no. I know what you mean by that. Man, QQQ. Trying to pop up here this morning. Kind of choppy on the way, but it is getting up there. Same with the SPY. Except for the small pullback it just had. Checking back in on Kalshi odds. I mean, they're still holding up well for rate cuts following the JOLTS data release today. So things are still holding up well. Very solid to see. I like the support bounce at 684. This is a big support on SPY intraday. I know a lot of SPY traders are out there. Oklo consolidating. Yeah, pretty slow choppy today. Down 1%. Definitely consolidating here. Might get some better action as the day goes, but for right now, it's definitely not. Boeing pulling back here. Didn't really get the good breakout this morning, unfortunately. Meme earnings today. We have GameStop and Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. GME does report, though. That'll be an interesting one. It's weird how GameStop has really held its range the past few years. Actually been pretty decent opportunities off of support. I just can't bring myself to buy it, though. CBRL, my gosh. That was wild how much flack they got with their logo change. How much they were falling. Casey's. Yeah, APLD was pretty good today, Tangy Man. We actually looked at it a few times before you hopped on today. Yeah, I really did, Jake. Pretty terrible. GME's been great for wheeling, just can't get stuck holding. Yeah, if that support gives out, man, it's going to be tough, but seems like it keeps holding, so not too bad in the short term. Cracker Barrel needs Sweeney. Wouldn't that be hilarious? She goes, I love Cracker Barrel. They have nice buns or something. I don't know. They'd have to come up with something, right? I guess they don't do rolls really there, do they? Oh, I don't blame you, Tangy. You're probably up all night long. The biscuits, you can't beat them. With the news about Nvidia, if they cut their rates tomorrow and Nvidia doesn't go up, what is everybody looking for it to pop? I'm a little confused there, Joe Papa, but nonetheless, that was some big news that came out yesterday for Nvidia. You know, to be able to sell those H200 chips, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. If we do see a rate cut, you would think that the market would pop. It doesn't mean it has to, though. There can be weird reactions. Yeah, it could make the next quarter pretty awesome. That's for sure. Hopefully we kick off the new year with a nice pop, though. I'd love to see Nvidia start to make another run here. I'd be 100% okay with that. MJ BizCon was bonkers. Some dude in my hotel actually knew who I was. He totally fanboyed out. I inspired him to create a competing pre-roll machine. What? Brain says, now I won't get the fanboy out. Man, Nvidia looks kind of rough here today, though. I gotta say, it's not good the way it looks and the way it's turning over. Pretty negative sign. You're famous. Palantir. Nice jump up with the SPY today. Followed it pretty well. Only up 0.35%, but still pretty good. That's the first time in 10 years anyone knew who I was. Someone steal his crown. I don't know, Ryan. It's pretty strange, isn't it? It's definitely a bit weird. I have no idea. I can't select a setting that makes that happen. Tesla 445, big resistance today. Tried to pop back, but is slowing down here, of course. It'll happen. Tangy Man says for Mason. Done and done. Hey. Let's go. Appreciate that as always, Tangy. Now Tangy's the king. That would be funny if they made the king whoever spent the more money, and then you guys got in like a bidding war. That would be funny. Bow down to King Tangy Man. SPY, don't forget to vote up in the poll. Will the SPY move past 685 today ahead of the FOMC meeting tomorrow? Or will it fall below 682.60? Or will it chop? Curious what you guys are thinking. 47% so far voted for SPY pumping past 685. Yeah. How'd you know, Ryan? The daughter needs new shoes. She needs boots for the snow is what she needs. Nah, she's got little boots. I am going to have one of those tonight, Brain. It'll be number 12. I've had 11 now. Nice jump there. 623.25 QQQ. Really trying to hold this zone of support. You can see on the 1 minute chart how many times it's bounced off of here. She needs a tiny Lambo. She might be getting something like that for Christmas, so we'll see. Or maybe for Easter would probably be a good one. You still believe in Santa? No way my parents spawn in all those gifts. This music makes me think John Walsh is coming out soon. You're UNC now. I feel retired. Unsolved mysteries. TSLA pumping 445. There we go. It's a pretty good jump there. Good old Tessie. The shares of KGC I bought in 2023 are up 468%. Whoa, now that's pretty fire. That's a pretty good number there. $468%. KGC. Kinross Gold. Dang. Bought in 23. Let's see. Wow. That is insane, Tangi. Huge dub for you on that one. Definitely get some dubs in the chat there. AG. AG's not bad either. Pretty fire from the past few years on that dip. Silver was doing great yesterday. Again today. You can see yesterday it started popping up in after hours. Big jump up this morning, and my word, 54.20. Today it is on absolute fire, coming up off that dip. Might buy some gold calls here. GLD. Looks pretty good today. Testing the high of the day as well. I could see it trying to pop off. I could see it. Mama's up 17%. And then he says, not just your mama, but the stock itself. Mama's up. Mama's Creations. Never heard of this stock. 16% today. Really good action the past couple years, too. Wow. My word. Where did this one come from? This one is pretty insane, I'd say. 42 votes in the poll. If you have not yet voted, get your vote in and destroy the like at the same time. Let's go. Destroy that button and destroy the like. That's what we like. Pretty strange one. All right, Tessie. Going back to you. Right at the high of the day again. 445 resistance being tested. Will we get the break? Looks like pretty good chances too. Definitely some good chances. Come on, WVE. Wave Life Sciences coming back, 7%. That was a good comeback for you, Brain. My gosh. Were you in this? Elite says the SMR is recovering. Beautiful. Beautiful. Might be a good buy the dip opportunity here over the next couple days. Obviously, we'll see how the FOMC goes, if it helps it or not. Probably not, but you never know. SLV is going nuts again today. No kidding. We've been looking at silver a lot this morning. 2.8%. New high of the day achieved again. New all-time high as well. See it breaking out there. 55 will be back in the sights in no time. Only 80 cents away. I almost didn't lose money on the gap up. Yay. You bought in at the top. Oh, shoot. Good thing it came back, but it seemed like a hard hold. Yeah, that can affect the stock, Johnny. Double the total share count. Sounds like it'll dilute shareholders, but at the end of the day, companies do things like that whenever they're in the growth phase, so just keep that in mind. I don't think it's going to end up being the worst thing ever, really. Breaking news, jobs tied to the holiday temp work. Is that some good breaking news here? Let's see, SPY pulling back, 684, trying to still hold. Still attempting to hold. That's crazy. Come on, do 20? That would be insane. WVE. It's right there. It pretty much did do 20. Tesla's breaking 445, continuing to march higher here. Let's go, Tessie. I know I keep saying this, but don't forget your vote in the poll. Get him in. Good timing on GLD. Hope it continues. It looks like a really good setup today. I would not be surprised if GLD started breaking above some of these good resistances intraday. Yeah, and like and subscribe, Brain says. Yep. Got the rookie numbers on the likes today. Destroy it up. Netflix has had some problems in the short term. Anybody watching them to the downside still looks pretty rough again here today. Still looks brutal. $108 people watching, only 24 likes. What's up with that? Clickety-clack that button. That's right. Don't all have broken fingers, yep. Go to the Mag 7 setup really quick. Give it a peek. NVIDIA, Tesla, Google, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon. And of course, we have SPY at the top left, too. Appreciate all the likes coming in. That resistance on NVIDIA is crucial right there. %3 on silver now. 3%. Wow, 54.40. Dang, silver, that is wild. Poor Netflix, Jeanette says. It's good for the put buyers, though. I know a few of those from the past few days, few weeks. Yeah, he did make some comments about it. He said he was going to make a decision. I believe he said it didn't look good. It is freezing, Ryan. Where do you live again, Ryan? I can't remember. Obviously, you can just say the state or something like that. If you don't want to, it's fine. Man, Netflix still pumping lower. go back to silver. Jersey? Oh yeah. It gets really cold there. APLD is still moving too? Yeah, not bad. .6%. SMR said, hold my beer today after the open. That is a crazy move with SMR. Big drop off, big recovery, weird price action. MU's about to rip. Wow, broke 250. There we go. Pretty good by MU, actually. APLD, MU, SLV. 3 nice ones today. A lot of stocks are having strange price action. Go to gold again. SPY, throw up Mag 7 real quick. Look at Amazon on the bottom right. Very consistent price action there. That's actually looking really good. Same thing with Microsoft. SPY's starting to point back again too. Good PA here today. Beyond is trying. $1.22%, or up to $1.22, up 7%. Wow. Yeah, no kidding. Hope everyone's having a good trading day, though. ETHA shares are up. The Ethereum ETF. Come on, ETHA. ETHA looks really good. Ethereum's been popping off since the JOLTS data came out. Same thing with Bitcoin. SPY's been trying, but it got that initial pop and then really slowed down. Again, I think everyone's really just looking for some clarity with the FOMC meeting tomorrow. Don't think anyone's really too worried about anything else. Just be careful tomorrow, Jack, with that FOMC. Of course, high risk, but you can have high reward too sometimes. How is everyone doing? 45% poll likes the blast. Yeah, good pump. 45% are voting for that here. 55 votes. Make sure to get them in if you haven't yet. SPY just started selling down, though. 1 minute chart looks a little bit rough. Go check on some news here. I saw that spot silver just topped a record $60 per ounce, as traders bet on lower rates. Damn, silver. SLV is at 54, but if we type silver straight in here, it'll give us the spot, which did hit 60. A likes count ETF. That would be a wild one. Imagine how much it would decay in reverse split. Would be pretty funny. MU's about to explode. What goes up must come down, Johnny says. MU is looking pretty good. 251.50. Wow. Still ripping today. This thing's been a base ripper stock today. Been going really well. $684.50. Weird red candle on SPY just down into that range. Yep. Very strange. It's been very choppy here today. Look at these 1 minute candles. I mean, that is like the definition of chop. It's next resistance on Tessie. 447. Let's see. I have 448 and then 450 on the chart. Let's zoom out and check. 450 for sure. Yeah, 450 will be a tough one. See you later, Ryan. Chop fest, Isaac says. Swinging a Microsoft 500 call for next week. Everything's about to rip on Thursday. Looking for a good rip, Jesse, coming from this event? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's tough with these, though. Microsoft stuck up here. It's really stuck, but it seems like it's coiling for a much larger move. It's also very low on the daily. Starting to get a comeback going. Looks pretty awesome. Ford Motor Company. Checking in on the automakers. GM moving higher again. STLA down slightly. How about Ferrari? Race. It's been interesting to see Race moving down so much. 378.75. It's a pretty weird reaction to have for Ferrari, which has historically been pretty awesome, but That might be saying something about consumers right now. Go back to SPY. 685 is so huge overhead. The big money plays always blow my mind. How some people are putting like 2 million on calls. I know. Realize it can be like whole strategy teams for like banks and, you know, funds and institutions, stuff like that. Sorry about that, guys. SPY moving up. 684.50 testing again. Right back up into the top upper end of the chop zone. You love the old 70s Ferraris till they self-destruct. I'd be happy with almost any Ferrari, I think. Tansy Man wanted to buy race puts, but didn't 2 weeks ago. Damn, it really started tanking down, too. Pretty strange. Had a weird glitch there with YouTube for a second. Sorry about that if you guys saw. Their clutches suck. I've heard if you burn up the clutch and like the DCT transmissions that they have on the new ones, it costs you like 30 grand to replace the clutch or something, maybe more. Bigly expensive. Sign me up, Steve said. MU at 260 would be nice. It looks like it might try to get there today. I don't know. 260 is pretty far off. I would think it slows down somewhere before then. I have resistance around 257. I would even say, though, 255 would be a level that I look at pretty closely as well. I Love YouTube says, let's go SLV. There we go, Silver. It's just the option money talking. Give me 260. I know. 260 will be too far away. It's all right, Jesse. You don't need 260. You just need a good push towards 260, probably. You don't always have to get in the money, of course. FOMO buyers pouring into APLD now. That would be good if they could push it up here with all the FOMO. This is right where market makers want to flip the script. APLD breakout, so bad, Tangi says. It's right there for the taking. Come on, FOMO buyers. Let's see what you got here. Let's go see QQQ. Really nice jump again there. Man, QQQ and SPY are starting to point higher. QQQ more specifically looks better, but they're getting up there. Do you think MACD has any relevance on a weekly or monthly time frame? Personally, no. I do not believe so. I know a lot of traders like to look at MACD though, and I do think that there could be some strategies out there that, you know, you can run while also using MACD as part of your strategy. But whenever I think about MACD, it can really give some false signals, you know. And that's really where traders will get burned, in my eyes. Same thing with RSI. you know, the MACD, like let's just say it crosses and it's supposed to move a certain way and then it doesn't, or if you're looking at it to get, you know, to higher levels and then the MACD does, and then you're looking for rejection or something, but it stays there, you know, it gets a little bit strange. But like what Pew Pew said, they like using it for confidence on a thesis. Again, yeah, like I think in conjunction with other parts of trading, I think it could be viable. I have not looked at it on the weekly or monthly time frame specifically in a long time, but I generally say no. Tesla rejecting down 448. There's a big pullback there starting to take place. Might be seeing a slowdown here into the middle part of the morning. But all right, guys, we're going to call the stream there today. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. We're going to have the morning stream. We're going to be going live again in after hours. Or sorry, again for the FOMC meeting before the end of the day. We'll be live again at 1:45 p.m. Eastern. Wow, perfect timing. Looks like we're lagging now, too. But all right, guys, have a great one. I will talk to you later. I hope that everything goes smooth for trading today and for the next couple trading days with the FOMC event. It's going to be a fun one. The poll is almost tied, 59 votes, and it was dead even almost. SPY pumping past 685, barely squeaked out the win against chopping in the range. SPY does look pretty good right now heading up towards its high of the day. Maybe we will break 685 here. It has been chopping for most part of the day though. Hope everybody has a great rest of their Tuesday. Make some tacos. I hope to see you in the Discord as well. If you're not yet in the Discord, join up in the trading floor. I'm going to send a link in the chat right now. We have a lot of cool updates coming for 2025 and 2026, of course. Let's go. Let's get it. Have a great one. Talk to you later. Haha, thanks, Tangi. I will.